Good evening all, and welcome to another video on All How the Ale. It's Saturday night, which means it's craft beer night, and the beer we're going for tonight is this one. It is Northern Monk's Faith in Custard, and it is a 4.6% ABV pale ale, flavoured, funnily enough, with rhubarb and custard. It is the twist edition on the regular Faith Pale Ale, and yeah, there's not a lot I can tell you about the beer. It does say on the side that it is a hazy pale ale with rhubarb and vanilla custard flavours. It's not a trifling matter. I see what you did there, Northern Monk. A little bit about the Faith in Futures. It's a little charitable thing that Northern Monk have got going on, and it says, drink beer, give faith. Faith in Futures Foundation is set up to provide £5,000 grants to charity and community projects that are tackling injustice across our society by donating the same sum of money that we started out with 7 years ago. Each can of this beer sold includes a donation to the Faith in Futures. By drinking this beer, you're playing a role in providing hope for those that need it most. And I think that's a pretty good cause, let's be honest. You got 2 units in the can, and it's available in Tesco's. I think 4-pack was about £8. So yeah, there we go. I love the artwork. It's kind of funky, obviously pink and yellow for the rhubarb and the custard. I love rhubarb. I grow it myself, and yeah, it's one of my favourite things to eat. Nice and tart and sharp. I'm hoping this one's sharp with a nice sweetness from the vanilla coming through, just to balance it out. So let's get out into a glass and see what we think. So I'm going to pour into my Northern Monk glass, and the pour is pale, just like regular Faith. There we are. So that's our beer in a glass. It is pale straw with a little bit of haze, yeah. You can't quite see my mug through it, so I'll keep it there for a bit longer for you people watching. So yeah, you've got good carbonation. You've got a white head, about 2 fingers worth, give or take. It looks alright. It looks like Faith. Let's have a whiff. Oh, okay. I get a sharpness and acidity that you would expect from the rhubarb. It smells mostly of rhubarb. Let's be honest and true to what I'm smelling. No real vanilla. You do get a sweetness, but it's not really translating as vanilla. I'm just getting mostly a nice sharp rhubarb, so I'm expecting a nice tang to this one. So, it looks good, it smells alright. Let's have a taste. Cheers. Oh wow. That is rhubarby, and something in my eye. It's nice and rhubarby. It tastes just like the sweets. The body is light. Lighter than regular Faith, I think. Clean, it's crisp. That flavour is unmistakably rhubarb and custard sweets. Unmistakable. There is no other way to describe this beer. That's what it tastes like. Except on the back end, you get a little bit of hot bitterness. Just a little bit. It's very refreshing. Very summery, which, given that we're in the middle of December, is, yeah. I mean, I've got a radiator sitting behind me. It's nice and toasty warm, so I've got dreams of summer. And this is adding to that nicely. Like I say, clean, crisp, clear rhubarb flavour. Hot bitterness in the background. There's not a lot to dislike about this one. The finish is where the bitterness comes in, and the rhubarb is retained throughout until right at the very end it just drops off, and you're left with just the hoppiness. It's nice. It's nice. So, Faith in Custard. Should be Faith in Rhubarb. There's more rhubarb than custard. What do I think of it? Well, before I tell you exactly what I think of it, we're going to go to the aid memoir from Untapped, which says that Faith in Custard from Northern Monk only had 590 check-ins with a 3.58 average score, which is a little bit average, really, for Northern Monk. I find they get much better scores. They're capable of very high scores. So my FIC scoreboard of joy is currently blank. Let's give it some points. So appearance-wise, we'll top it up later. It's a nice colour. It works. It looks like Faith. It's hazy. It's pale. You did have a nice white head. It has buggered off somewhat. Left me with next to nothing. It looks all right. I prefer it hazier, I will be honest, but it works for what it is. So I'm going to give it the 0.75. The aroma is mostly rhubarb, and mostly tart rhubarb at that. I like it. I just want a little bit of the custard to come through because it's completely void of it. It's all rhubarb on the nose. I want perhaps a little more of something, and it would be the custard. It's okay. It's not my favourite. I'm not getting much of the beeriness, none of the malts, none of the hops. It's all rhubarb. So I'm going to give it 0.5. The body is a bit light for me. I prefer them heavier. Now, even Faith seems a bit heavier than that. That is really light. It's well carbonated, I'll give it that, but it needs more oomph to it for me. Again, I'm going to give it the 0.5. You know, it's just about passable for what I like on a pale ale. The flavour, though, I do like. It is rhubarb predominantly. And then you get that custard. And combined, it is exactly like the sweets. There's no getting away from it. And if you like that and a bit of hop afterwards, it's going to be right up your alley. I love rhubarb and custard sweets. Do I want it in a beer, though? I'm going to enjoy this one. Yeah, I'm going to give it... I'm going to give it the 0.5 because I want more beer. I want a lot more beer. I like what there is, but it's just needs more beer. Needs more malt. Needs a bit of something just to shine through and cut through that, let's be honest, rather tasty rhubarb and custard, and just give it a little something more beer-like. I know you got a bit of hop, but it needs more. Anyway, and the finish. I like the finish. That, for me, is one of the strongest bits of the beer. It's got the rhubarb and custard, and it's got all of that hoppiness at the back end. That's what I like the most. I am going to give it the 0.75, which means it's got Faith and Custard 1.5, 2.5, 3 out of 5 on the Untapped scoreboard of joy. Yeah, I honestly expected more from it, I'll be honest. I really enjoy Faith as a beer. I really enjoy rhubarb and custard as a flavour, but combine the two, it doesn't quite work out as well as it perhaps could. The good lady wife likes it though, so she can have the rest of the 4-pack. Anyway, ladies and gents, boys and girls, we're at the point in the video where I'm going to say, before I talk about them down there, don't forget to check in next Saturday when I do my top 10 craft beers of the year, and we'll leave it there. That's been the beer. I've been Nick. Those are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got like, comment, dislike, and subscribe to use any combination of them as you wish. And I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye.